Good morning, everyone. Let's go ahead and start the amendment class now. Let's get it started, everyone. ठीक है? चलो, let's start over here now. This time for your exam, approximately amendments. I believe in 50 marks, you should see at least 15 marks in your exam. At least approximately 15 marks should come. ठीक है? चलो, let's go ahead and quickly cover. Now, once we are done with the amendments, the index over here which I have gone ahead and given, you can see the index may the topic is there and the crux is being given. The topic is there, the crux has been given. So once you are done with the amendments, one day before the exam or on the day of the exam, when you want to quickly revise the amendment, you can go and just read the amendment and the crux, amendment and the crux. So all the amendments, shortcut may it is written so that one day before the exam it becomes very easy. Chalo. I hope you guys have seen the revision videos. If you have not seen the revision videos, please go ahead and see the revision videos also. In the revision also, amendments I have gone ahead and covered over there. Today also we'll be going ahead and covering the amendments separately. Chalo, let's get it started. I want everyone to tell me once you have understood, yes sir, understood, and then we'll go ahead. Okay everyone, can we go ahead people? Quickly tell me everyone, is everyone ready? Can we go ahead? Can we go ahead everyone? Ready people? Can we start the amendments? Yes, sir. Let's start. Okay. Now, see, the first amendment is in the chapter of charge of GST. Chapter number 3, which was charge of your GST. Charge of GST chapter में RCM में reverse charge में one new entry has been added. So reverse charge we used to go ahead and learn. Sir, can you please tell in the chart where is this? See Baba, when you used to go ahead, so in supply chapter there is no amendment. When we used to go ahead and learn charge of GST chapter, in charge of GST mein RCMs used to be there, reverse charge mechanism. In reverse charge mechanism, after this entry number 5AA, one more entry has been added which is 5AB. So what is the entry everyone? The entry name is entry number 5AB. One new entry has been added. Sir, what does this entry go ahead and say? Listen. This entry says services by way of renting of any immovable property. If any immovable property, see residential property ke liye to they had already gone ahead and covered that any person renting residential property to a registered person will pay GST under RCM. This you guys already knew. So they are now telling that any property other than residential property. So for an example, my landlord has gone ahead and rented me a commercial property and so my landlord is unregistered. So for an example, my office building which is there, practically, my office building is being rented by my landlord to me. My landlord is an unregistered person. Me, Ramesh Soni classes, we are a registered person. So beta, I have to go ahead and pay the GST under RCM. I hope this point is clear. In the exam, please be very careful. Residential property wala point, earlier only it had come that residential property by an unregistered person to a by any person to a registered person pays GST under RCM. That was already there. Now they are telling any immovable property other than residential property. Other than residential property can be a commercial property or any immovable property. It is telling that if any person who is unregistered person, so unregistered person renting, supposingly, I am telling over here, any immovable property, and if it is telling over here that you are a registered person, you have to pay GST under RCM. I have given you an example also. My landlord, he is an unregistered person. His commercial building which is there, I have taken out on rent and I am a registered person, so I have to pay GST under RCM. Is this point 100% clear to all? Quickly give me a heads up everyone. I want a heads up from everyone. I'll give you one more example. Renting of immovable property. You know hoardings will be there. Hoardings are attached to the earth, correct? Hoardings are attached to the earth. Now, hoardings are immovable property. Now, if there is an unregistered person, on his land, he has a hoarding which is there, which is attached to the earth. It's an immovable property. Now, I am a registered person and he has gone ahead and given it to me on rent. Then me being the registered person, I have to pay GST under RCM. Rate and all not required for the exam. Chalo, let's go ahead. So remember this point everyone. Okay? So sir, tell me one thing. If registered person is there and he is renting immovable property, which is not residential property. We are not talking about residential property now. And if he is renting to registered person, my question to all of you, if it's a registered person renting, then will RCM come or no? Will RCM come or FCM? Can students quickly comment and tell me RCM or FCM? Remember, If the supply is registered person, in that scenario RCM is not there. In that scenario, forward charge mechanism, registered person only will charge. If the supplier is an unregistered person and he is renting an immovable property to a registered person, then registered person has to pay GST under RCM. Now you will tell me, sir, what if this supplier is unregistered? He is renting immovable property to unregistered person. Baba, if both are unregistered, then there is no RCM, there is no FCM, there is no GST only. I can go ahead and say simply there is no GST. There is no GST at all. I hope this point is clear to all. Yes, sir, this point is clear. Chalo, let's go ahead and get it started. Everyone over here now. We'll now move to the next one, the composition wala. So first chart where the amendment I have told you in 9.3 charge of GST after 5AA, 5AB point has been written. That's sir, what is the point telling? The point is going ahead and telling if there is an unregistered person, he has rented immovable property which is not residential property, which should not be residential property. If it is rented to a registered person pays GST under RCM. People, done writing? Quickly write it down, everyone. I hope everyone is done writing. Quickly write it down and then we'll go ahead. Done, sir. This point is clear. Chalo, let's go ahead. Now, there is no amendment in this. In composition chapter, the next amendment. Listen, this I had already told in the chart. GSTR 4 ka, the return ka due date was 30th April. But it was only till January attempt, student. I had told for January attempt is 30th April. But now what is the due date for GSTR 4, sir? GSTR 4 ka due date is 30th June. So remember, GSTR 4 composition dealer ka due date is 30th of June. Please remember this. In the chart book already it is written. So there is nothing changed in the chart book. So composition dealer, sir, the due date for GSTR 4 is 30th of June. I hope this point is clear to all. Yes, sir, this point is clear. Now, can we move ahead, everyone? I want everyone to tell yes, sir, clear. You have to tell me, yes, sir, clear. Can we go ahead, everyone? Now, we move to our registration ka chapter. Registration chapter, section number 24, compulsory registration. One small amendment is there. You can go ahead and remember this. Listen carefully now. In composition we are done. Now we are moving to registration chapter. In registration chapter, here they used to go ahead and say that whenever you have to pay GST, this one, this point, Baba, this point. Listen. They used to go ahead and say that whenever, supposingly, I am a supplier over here and I am going ahead and doing a supply to you. You are the recipient and you have to pay GST under RCM. So, for example, one director is there and he is giving only directorial services and he is going ahead and giving services to the company. Always the company has to pay GST under RCM. So, sir, here we had learned that company has to go ahead and take compulsory registration, and that was told under section number 24. And they had gone ahead and told if you are a director and your services pay company is paying the GST under RCM, you being a director who, if my supply pay always company is paying the GST under RCM, why should I take registration? And hence government had gone ahead and told section number 23(2) ka government used the power and told you are exempt from registration. You are exempted from registration. They had gone ahead and told that, sir, if you are a director for any supply, you have to remember any supplies wherein supplier has gone ahead and given services to a recipient and recipient has to pay GST under RCM. Always, if the recipient is paying the GST under RCM, then me being the director, I never have to go ahead and charge any GST. I don't have to go ahead and pay any GST under forward charge. And hence, even if my turnover crosses 20 lakh or 10 lakh, whatever is applicable to my state, still I never had to take registration. I was exempted under section number 23(2). I hope this point is clear. But recipient had to take compulsory registration and pay the GST under RCM. Now here, one small point has been introduced. Listen carefully. So people, I hope you guys remember in this that even if director ka turnover, crosses 20 lakh rupees or 10 lakh, he will not take registration. Why? Because recipient has to always pay GST under RCM. But this is not applicable in case of metal scrap. Sir, what is this metal scrap? Baba, see, RCM in case of goods is not applicable for CA intermediate. RCM in case of goods is not applicable for CA intermediate. But one point you have to understand which is relating to metal scrap. Listen, metal scrap mein what they have gone ahead and told, no? If you are a, see here everyone, I've written here, above exemption, Arey yaar. 1 minute everyone. Huh. Listen, notification. People, are you able to see everyone? Is the audio video clear to all? Is everyone, is audio video clear? Video is fine? Yes, sir. Okay. Okay, listen. See, above exemption from registration is not applicable to metal scrap. What they are going and telling, as long as the value of metal scrap by a person is below the threshold limit of 40 lakh, 20 lakh rupees, supply is not required to obtain registration and recipient has to go ahead and pay GST under RCM. Now listen, what happened? No. So supposingly I am an unregistered person whose aggregate turnover is less than 40 lakh rupees or 20 lakh or 10 lakh. I hope you guys remember the registration ka turnover limit. Yes, sir. M Square NT, Pumas of Telangana, Oak of Himachal Pradesh, you are told. So, sir, if I am an unregistered person and if I am going ahead and supplying metal scrap, to whom, sir? To a registered person, then the registered person on the metal scrap, whatever is the GST, has to pay GST under RCM. This metal scrap is reverse charge with respect to goods. Reverse charge with respect to goods is not applicable for C intermediate. But still, this amendment to understand, you have to listen to the RCM entry with respect to the goods. Now listen. But what they are going ahead and telling over here, if your aggregate, so people tell me one thing. So if metal scrap, I am a supplier of metal scrap, what will happen? If I am unregistered, I am going ahead and supplying metal scrap, you are a registered person, you have to pay GST under RCM. Yes, sir, this point is clear. But sir, tell me one thing. If my aggregate turnover crosses 40 lakh, then what will happen? Or 20 lakh in some state or 10 lakh in some state, then what will happen? Then I will have to go ahead and take registration. Baba, this exemption is not applicable for supplier of metal scrap. If I cross the registration limit, I have to take registration and then I will start charging GST on metal scrap also, if I am a supplier of metal scrap, under forward charge mechanism. I hope this point is clear to all. See, generally, if I am supplying those supplies on which GST is always payable under RCM, then even if my turnover crosses, I will not take registration because recipient has to pay GST under RCM. I hope this point is clear. But this is not applicable. So, sir, I don't have to take registration even if my turnover crosses 40 lakh, 20 lakh or 10 lakh. But this is not applicable for metal scrap. If you are a supplier of metal scrap, if you are unregistered, then the recipient pays GST under RCM. But if your aggregate turnover crosses 40 lakh, 20 lakh or 10 lakh, you have to take registration and you have to charge GST under forward charge mechanism. I hope this point is clear. Please remember this point, that once value of supply of metal scrap exceeds the threshold, supplier has to obtain GST registration and now RCM would not apply. Supplier will start paying GST under forward charge mechanism. So, sir, this exemption which was written, that person making taxable supply, tax is always payable under RCM. Here you have to remember one thing, मेटल स्क्रैप का केस में in case of metal scrap, if aggregate turnover exceeds is more than registration limit, which is 40, 20 or 10, supplier to take this. supplier to take registration and charge GST under FCM. Write it down, everyone. In case of metal scrap, if aggregate turnover crosses registration limit, so if I am a supplier of metal scrap, if my turnover did not cross 40 lakh, 20 lakh or 10 lakh, then recipient pays under RCM. But if my turnover crosses, then Baba, I will have to take registration and charge GST under forward charge mechanism. Is this point 100% clear to all? Can we go ahead, everyone? Quickly tell me, everyone, are we all clear till here? Yes, sir. Let's go ahead. Everyone over here now. Now let's move to the next amendment. So, sir, I've written over here, person who are making supply of metal scrap will have to take registration after crossing the threshold and collect GST under forward charge mechanism. Sir, turnover will be total of the supplier like other business income or only the turnover. Now, it is aggregate turnover. You have to see the aggregate turnover. Donald DeCosta, I hope this point is clear. You have to see the aggregate turnover of the supplier. Done? Take it. It will include all his turnover. Now, in rule number 8, I hope you guys remember this rule number 8 was there. In rule number 8, we used to go ahead and understand that, sir, when you have gone ahead and submitted your application, people listen carefully. When you have submitted your application, they used to go ahead and say, what will be the date of submission of application? If you are identified by the portal, then you have to go to the biometric center, get your biometric done. Only then your application will be deemed to be submitted. Do you guys remember, everyone? Yes, sir, we remember. Now, this clause was only applicable to the state of Gujarat, Puducherry, and Andhra Pradesh, if I am not wrong. Yes, Gujarat, Puducherry, and Andhra Pradesh. But I told this is only applicable for January student. For May 25 onwards, the amendment is what? This rule is now applicable to all the states. So January students ke liye it was not applicable. It was only applicable to 3 states. But now it is applicable for May 25 onwards. This rule is applicable to all the states. So if you have submitted your application, listen carefully again. I have submitted my application, but the portal identified me. Ting, ting, ting. This guy has done something. This guy's application looks fishy. Then they will call me for biometric, and this rule is applicable across India now. I am from any state. If I am filing my registration application, they can call me for my biometric based Aadhaar authentication. Done, sir. This point is clear. Now listen to me very carefully. Here, one more this point was there. This point is not applicable for your exam in May also. You can cut this point. This point is not applicable for your May exam. This point is applicable actually for September onwards. So for you guys, for May exam, it is not applicable. You can cut it and keep. Done, sir. This point is clear. So, sir, when I submitted my application, I'll tell you again, when you submit your application, if the portal identifies you as a risky person, you submitted the application, but the portal identified you as a risky person, even if you do your Aadhaar authentication online, but still, if they have identified you, you have to go to the biometric center, do your biometric, and then only it will be deemed that your application is submitted, and this rule is applicable to all the state. That's all is the amendment which is there in rule number 8. Rule number 8, basically amendment in biometric. Now it has to be done from any state ka any person who is there. If it is identified, then you have to go for biometric. Done, sir. This point is clear. Rule number 29.2 used to go ahead and talk about. Now we'll move to section number 29.2. Section number 29.2 used to go ahead and say, when can the proper officer go ahead and cancel your registration? Sir, when can the proper officer go ahead and cancel my registration? Baba, please come to your chart book. In your chart book, the amendment is over here. Section number 29.2 में. Section number 29.2 में, there is to be cancellation of registration. 29.2. Proper officer can go ahead and cancel your registration. Here I had already done the amendment in the chart. It's already there. In your chart book, the amendment is already there. Listen. Registered person has contravened such provision of the act or rules. Now they have gone ahead and told, see, wherever in the act, listen, wherever in the act GSTR 1 was written, now GSTR 1 ke baad, after GSTR 1, GSTR 1A has been added. Sir, what is GSTR 1A? Don't worry about it. When I reach to the last return chapter, I'll talk about GSTR 1A. So, sir, where should I make the change? See, suspension mein, one place was there. Here, listen. Third line, you used to see GSTR 1. After that, 1A has been added. There is the amendment. After GSTR1, 1A has been. Wherever you write GSTR1, you have to add the word 1A. What is GSTR1A? That I will tell you. Here, in rule number 21, one point used to be there that if in GSTR1, your turnover you are showing more, but in GSTR3B, here in 1 you are showing more turnover, passing on more credit. GSTR3B you are showing less turnover. Then gone, Baba, gone. They are going ahead and telling we'll cancel. So GSTR1 के साथ they have added the GSTR1A. If you have filed GSTR1, any problem, any mistake, any changes in one can be amended by GSTR1A. So they have gone ahead and told GSTR1 or GSTR1A. So if I have filed GSTR1 and shown my sales, but I missed showing some sales or I have done some mistake, that can be corrected by GSTR1A. So everywhere in the act now you'll see GSTR1A word has been added. Okay, sir, this is there. Now here one more point has been added that your registration can be cancelled if you violate the provision of third and fourth proviso to rule 23(1). Sir, we did not understand. Listen. When you go ahead and file for a revocation, no? Listen. So, sir, what happened? No, I went ahead, my registration was cancelled. Listen carefully, everyone. Your registration was cancelled. What you did? So, sir, why was my registration cancelled? I'll tell you. You did not go ahead and file your return for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. They issued you a show cause notice. They cancelled your registration. Once they cancelled your registration, you applied for revocation. And they gave you the revocation order. Once the revocation order is given to you, they tell you that please, whatever the pending returns are there, we are giving you revocation order. But please file all the pending returns within the next 30 days. You did not file the return within the next 30 days. You know what happened? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months you did not file a return. Sir, if you don't file your return for 6 months, we already know that, sir, if you don't file a return for 6 months, they will cancel my registration. What happened? Proper officer issued me a show cause notice. I went ahead and replied. He did not like the reply. He went ahead and issued me a cancellation order. I told, sir, within 90 days, I applied for revocation. He gave me a revocation order saying, okay, fine, I am cancelling the cancellation order. Your registration cancellation has been revoked. Now you are a registered person. So if you are a registered person, he told you, then whatever is the pending return, you should file within the next 30 days. That is what is told by rule number 23(1) का proviso. ठीक है? Rule number 23(1) का third and fourth proviso says, please file all your pending returns within the next 30 days. If you don't file, if you violate these provisions, then they are going in and telling, we will cancel your registration again. Remember this point now. So, sir, I have written it here in simple manner so that in the exam you can remember. If registered person does not furnish all pending returns within 30 days from the date of revocation order of cancellation of registration, then Baba gone, your registration will be cancelled. I hope this point is clear. If you don't go ahead and furnish all your pending returns within 30 days from the date of order of revocation of cancellation, the local language I have written here. Sir, can we write this in the exam? Yes, Baba, you are kids now, intermediate student, no problem. You can write like this simple manner also and come. That, sir, once my revocation order has come, whatever the pending returns were there, if I don't file within the next 30 days, they are telling registration cancelled, gone. I hope you are all clear with this point. Yes, sir, we are all clear with this point. So in the registration chapter, I told you number 1 here, metal scrap wala point. Number 2, I told you biometric based Aadhaar authentication now applicable to across India. I hope this point is clear. People, give me a heads up, everyone. I want everyone to hit the like button and tell me, yes, sir, clear. Okay. And third amendment, which I told you, nothing here. Wherever in suspension also you can remember, after GSTR1, 1A has been added, nothing major. In cancellation, one point is GSTR1 ke baad 1A has been added, and one more point is, if your registration was cancelled, you applied for revocation order came, file your returns, whichever is pending, within the next 30 days. Done, sir. Likhita says, clear, sir. Very good, everyone. Chalo. That's all is the amendment from this chapter. ठीक है, sir? Sir, do you find anything important? I find that might be they can go ahead and tell you this time. Please go ahead and tell when can a person's registration be cancelled. 5 point you can go ahead and mention income. Done, sir. Let's go ahead and now continue. Now we are moving to exemptions. Baba, exemptions may listen. RERA. I don't think so. It is very important from exam point of view. RERA wala point, but ठीक है. Listen. You know, governmental authorities are there. What is governmental authority? Governmental authorities are those authorities, those boards, etc., which are set up by the government to do 243 G and W wala work for the public. Basically, when 243 G and W wala work is done by local authority, then it is neither supply of goods nor supply of service. But when government forms a governmental authorities are what, sir? These are authorities, these are board, or these are any other bodies which are going to do 243 G and W wala function. ठीक है sir? Now government has set up RERA, Real Estate Regulation Authority, Real Estate Regulatory Authority, RERA. RERA is set up by the government with ownership of the government. 90% ownership of the government is there. So RERA is a governmental authority. Now what RERA is doing? RERA is going ahead and RERA is into urban planning. Sir, how building should be made? You have to take RERA का permission. Lot of things are there. ठीक है? Urban planning में RERA is involved. So urban planning is one of the functions which is mentioned in 243 G and W. And hence what RERA is doing is told under 243 G and W. So whatever they are going ahead and doing, will GST come was the question. So government told when RERA, which is a governmental authority, if it is doing 243 G and W wala work, it is exempted. That's all they have gone ahead and told. So sir, what should we do? You can write over here. When RERA is going ahead and doing those work which is told in 243 G and W, then Baba, remember one thing, RERA ka work is also exempt. So RERA will not go ahead and charge any GST. So what RERA does is, RERA for the real estate builders, it will go ahead and charge them statutory dues, it will charge them fees, etc. So RERA ka whatever fees, etc. is there, because RERA is doing 240 G and W wala work and charging all these fees and all, RERA ka work pe there is no GST. Done, sir. That's all has been told over here. Statutory collections made by RERA are exempted from GST. Sir, what is RERA? Real estate regulation and real estate, RERA, Real Estate Regulatory Authority it is. ठीक है, done, no problem. Real Estate Regulatory Authority, it's written over here. Real Estate Regulatory Authority, their function, whatever they are giving services, it is under 240 G and W actually. So whatever amount they are collecting, whether it is statutory collection, fees, dues, whatever it is, there is no GST. Done, sir. Done, sir. This point is clear. Chalo, now let's go ahead. You know Indian Railways, yes sir, they are gone ahead and told in case of Indian Railways, Baba, RERA wala point I have told you over here. RERA going ahead and doing 240 G and W wala activity is exempted. Done, sir. Now listen, you remember Indian Railways, yes sir, the government had gone ahead and told Indian Railways ka any service GST will come under forward charge mechanism. Now here, 3 new points were being inserted, but they went ahead and told only the first 2 points CA intermediate students will study. The third point, they thought that CA intermediate student ke liye it is difficult and hence it was not being given in your new material. So we can delete the third point. This third wala point is not required for you guys. Okay, sir, we are very happy that we don't have to study this. But what the first 2 points you have to remember at an intermediate level also they can go ahead and I believe they should ask you one small point out of this. Okay, listen. Now, Indian Railways, whenever they are going ahead and giving services, GST is always chargeable under forward charge mechanism. Indian Railways ka all services, GST is always chargeable under forward charge mechanism. But here, they have told Ministry of Railways, whenever Indian Railways is giving services to individual by way of sale of platform ticket. Arey, you want to go to platform? You went to, supposingly, we have Donald over here. Donald went to railway station to tell bye-bye to his girlfriend. His girlfriend was going somewhere. So when you enter the railway station, if you don't have a ticket, you should buy platform ticket. Okay? When you buy platform ticket or you went to the railway station, Baba, in railway station, retiring room, waiting rooms are there where you can go stay for some time. Okay? Might be 6 hours ke liye. Your next train is at after 6 hours, so you can go and stay in the waiting room for some time, sleep for some time. Clock room, you can keep your goods in the clock room. Okay? Or battery operated car services, there one platform to another platform to go. Battery operated car services are nowadays there in the railway station. All these are 20 rupees, 30 rupees, small services. But okay, waiting room, retiring room, 400-500 rupees they go ahead and charge. But remember one thing, whenever railways Indian Railways is going ahead and giving these services, it is exempted. Always remember, Indian Railways ka any service GST is always under forward charge. But exception to the rule, Ministry of Railways, if they are giving services to individual by way of sale of platform ticket, retiring room, clock room, battery operated car service, it is exempted. Remember this point, everyone. Okay. Now, services by one zone or division under the Ministry of Railways to another zone division under the Ministry of Railways. Sir, Ministry of Indian Railways is going ahead and giving services from one zone to another zone. Exempted. Indian Railways ka one zonal office. So, for example, Southern Zone is going ahead and giving services to Northern Zone. Then remember, Baba, the services are always exempted. One zone giving services to another zone, the GST is exempted. Are we all clear with this point, everyone? Please tell me, are we all clear with this point? Are we all clear with this point, everyone? One zone division under Ministry of Railways. So, for example, Southern Zone is there. They are giving services to Northern Zone, or Northern Zone is giving services to Eastern Zone. Zones under the Indian Railways giving services to each other. They are going ahead and telling there is no GST. Done, sir. This point is clear. One zone to another zone under the Ministry of Indian Railways. Okay, sir. Done. Here, RERA wala point is mentioned here only. Oh, sir, you entered and told here, but it's already there. Yes, the chart bookmate is there. Real Estate Regulatory Authority is a governmental authority. It was not applicable for January, but from May 25 onwards, it is applicable. Okay, sir. This point I had already gone and told over here. These are the three amendments which are there. One is RERA, Real Estate wala. One is Indian Railways wala point, Indian Railways wala point, and done. Now, GTA wala one point is there. I want to go ahead and talk about the GTA wala point. Listen carefully. GTA is going ahead and giving services of transportation. Yes, sir, we remember that GTA ka services you had gone ahead and told GTA services are taxable. But some exemptions were there. You had gone ahead and told GTA giving services to TDS deductor is exempted. But giving to other registered person, always GST will be come. Yes, sir. Reverse charge mechanism of GTA services. If GTA is not opting for forward charge, you have to pay GST under reverse charge. If GTA is opting for forward charge, GTA will charge under 12%. Sir, these points all we understood. Now, you went ahead and told GTA services is taxable, correct? Whenever it is given to FB Scoop, it is taxable. Whenever it is given to registered person, it is taxable, other than TDS deductor. Whenever it is taxable, now what used to happen? GTAs, what they used to do is, they will transport the goods for you. Along with transportation, they will give you loading, unloading, packing, all these services also. So I went to a goods transport agency. I told these goods are there. He told, okay, I will do the packing. Okay, I will do the loading, unloading. All this ke liye I will go ahead and charge ancillary charges. Now, what people asked is, sir, GTA services plus these ancillary charges which are there, are they composite supply, taxable at the rate of GTA services, or are they separate supply? So here the clarification which came was, if along with the GTA services, all this ancillary service of loading, unloading, packing is provided, then it's a composite supply taxable at the rate of GTA services. So if supposing GTA services where you are required to pay GST under RCM 5%, GTA is not charging, then you have to pay GST under RCM at the rate of 5%, then total amount pay, including ancillary services, you have to pay GST at the rate of 5% under RCM. If GTA is charging you under forward charge, GTA will charge 12%. In that scenario, transportation plus all this packing, unpacking, loading, unloading services provided together, total amount pay, GTA will charge 12%. If ancillary services are provided along with transportation, it's a composite supply taxable at the rate of principal supply, which is transportation service. But supposingly, sir, I went to a GTA and told him, I don't want transportation service. I only want your packing ka service. Or I went to the GTA and I told, can you send some of your people who can help me with loading, unloading of my goods? They did not give you transportation service. You are telling them only give me packing service or any loading, unloading service. They are not giving you transportation service. Then sir, it's a separate supply taxable at the rate of separate rate. It is not taxable at the rate of GTA services. That's all they have clarified over here. See. For GTA, one small point has come, incidental and ancillary service. I've written over here. This crux, if you want, you can write it down in your chart over here only and keep, so that one day before the exam, you can remember it. Okay? Read. Ancillary or incidental services provided by GTA in course of transportation is a composite supply. Along with transportation, then it's a composite supply taxable at the rate of GTA service. But if such services are not provided in the course of transportation, if it is not provided in the course of transportation and are invoiced separately, then these services will not be treated as composite supply of transportation. It's not a composite supply. I hope this point is clear to all of you. I want everyone to tell me, can we go ahead? GTA services, one small point, ancillary services provided along, taxable at the rate of transportation services. If it is provided, if transportation service is not provided, only this packing, unpacking ka services, etc. is provided, then it is not taxable at the rate of GTA services. I hope this point is clear. It's separately taxable, whatever rate is applicable. They will tell you in the exam, Gati Transport, one transport company is providing GTA services. And along with that, packing, unpacking, loading ka service is also provided. What rate will be applicable? Then remember, if it is providing transportation and then it is going in and providing ancillary service, then it is taxable at the rate of transportation. But sir, they told Ram Transport did not go ahead and give transportation service. However, it provided packing services to its client. Then Baba, will it be taxable at the rate of packing services ka rate or GTA ka rate? Baba, packing services ka rate, because you are not providing transportation, you only provided packing, unpacking, etc. services, ancillary service, that will be taxable at their rate. Is the point 100% clear to all? Can I go ahead, everyone? You have to tell me yes, sir, or no, sir. Chalo. Now, we are now going to move to your education. Education, Baba, very, very important from exam point of view. Education. Please come to education wala chart. Very, very important from exam point of view. You will see one small point in this. Everyone listen to me very carefully. You remember affiliation services? Yes, sir. When boards are going ahead and providing affiliation services, you had gone ahead and told, sir, accreditation services, affiliation services provided by central board, etc. You told GST is always payable. But here, one new entry government went ahead and inserted. So please mark it and keep that. You have to remember this for your exam now. I am telling you, this will come as a small point. Please remember this. Everyone over here now. Affiliation service provided to government school, new entry has been inserted. That sir, all the central board, state board, CBSE, etc. They go ahead and give affiliation, saying your school, okay, the infrastructure is good, teachers are there, okay, we'll affiliate you under us. Now you can go ahead and provide CBSE wala curriculum, you can provide in your school. Like that, affiliation services are provided by CBSE, state boards, etc. Now these affiliation services which were there were always taxable. But now they went ahead and clarified that, sir, if affiliation services are provided to government schools by all the central board and state board, by government to whom? To schools which are funded by government, which are government schools, it will be exempted. So, sir, services of affiliation by central board, state board or council or similar body to schools owned and controlled by central government, state government, union territory, local authority or governmental entity. Basically, to schools which are owned by whom? Government. Then Baba, remember, affiliation services by central board or state board to schools which are government school will always be exempted. Done, sir. This point is clear. Let's go ahead. Affiliation services are always exempted if it is provided to government school. Now you will tell me, sir, can you please summarize and tell? So, Baba, there is a clarification which further came. In this clarification, what they told, you can remember this point for your exam. That is more than enough. Listen. So, boards, universities, Bangalore University, going ahead and giving affiliation to one college, then what will happen, sir? That is taxable. Remember, affiliation services provided by university to college is taxable. Okay. Affiliation services provided by central board, state board to non-governmental school is taxable. Non-governmental school is taxable. Affiliation services provided by central board, state board to government school is exempted. Only this point is there, that government school is exempted. So always remember, affiliation services accreditation, all these services which they are going ahead and talking about. If they are providing, university providing to college, it is always taxable. Central board, state board to non-governmental school, taxable. Central board, state board, CBSE board, etc. providing to government school, it is always exempt. I believe they will ask you one point in the exam. Please be very careful about it. Okay, sir. Sir, what kind of point they can go ahead and ask? They can go ahead and tell CBSE is going ahead and providing affiliation services to one government Vidyalaya school, government school. So, Baba, remember one thing, any governmental school, whichever they name over there, if they say it's a governmental school, then Baba, it will always be exempt. Remember this point, very, very important from exam point of view. Done, sir, this point is clear. Baba, college का case में there is nothing. University giving to college is always taxable. School नहीं, school is exempt. College is always taxable. Sir, what if it is government college? नहीं Baba. University giving to colleges, government college, whatever college is always taxable. There is nothing. Only school के लिए they have gone ahead and told. School के लिए the exemption has been given. Right. Sir, university to government college is taxable. Yes, Baba. We are talking only about school में government school has been given exempted. Very good point. Chalo, done. Let's go ahead. Entry number 69 relating to skill was there here. People listen. This skill wala entry was there, no? This one. This skill wala entry number 69 has been amended completely. So you will not follow this entry from here. You will go ahead and follow this entry from the amendment booklet. Please come to the amendment. People, is everyone 100% clear? Quickly comment and tell me, yes, sir. Then I will go ahead. Quickly tell me, everyone. Quickly tell me, then we'll go ahead, everyone. Chalo. Now listen. They are going ahead and talking about the next one, which is skill related entry. Skill related entry, the entry has been amended. So I am telling, please don't read entry number 69 from the chart over here. This entry number 69, Baba, the chart book version 8 only. Okay, entry number 69 will be reading directly from the amendment booklet. Okay, sir, what is it telling? Nothing. They have amended the entry little. It says any services by National Skill Development Corporation set up by the Government of India, NSDC, National Skill Development Corporation, NSDC is set up by the Government of India. NSDC, whenever they are giving all these skill related courses, etc., they will not go ahead and charge any GST. Any services given by National Skill Development Corporation, which is set up by the government, no GST. National Council, any services provided by the National Council for Vocational Education and Training, NCVT. Here we are talking about NSDC. Here we are talking about National Council for Vocational Education and Training. Earlier it was called NCVT. Now the name has been National NCVET has been done. E has been added. Education and Training. Okay? Or under NCVET, National Council for Vocational Education and Training, they will have awarding bodies. Awarding bodies means who will award basically participation certificates, etc. If you have participated in any course of skill, etc., they will give you a participation certificate. All these are called awarding bodies. So any body which is under the National Council, so people, NSDC, National Skill Development Council ka service exempted. National Council for Vocational Education and Training, their service exempted. Under National Council for Vocational Education and Training, there is awarding body who gives awards, basically participation certificates, etc. Awarding body ka services exempted. Okay? Under the NCVET, there is assessment agencies who takes exams, assessment bodies which are recognized by the NCVET. So assessment bodies ka services also exempted. And again, a training body. Baba, assessment bodies take exams. Training bodies go ahead and give training. Baba, if any skill courses is being sold. So for example, I am a training provider under NCVET, National Council for Vocational Education and Training. Under them, I am a training body. I am providing training for various education, various trainings I am providing, and I am under the NCVET. Then my services, a training body which is accredited with an awarding body that is recognized by the NCVET, Baba, in relation to It's okay. You can remember one simple point. There is NHDC. NHDC का सर्विस एग्जेम्प्टेड, ठीक है सर. देयर इज NCVET, नेशनल काउंसिल फॉर वोकेशनल एजुकेशन एंड ट्रेनिंग, देयर सर्विसेज एग्जेम्प्टेड. अंडर देम अवॉर्डिंग बॉडी, their services exempted. Under the awarding body, I can further go ahead and say, sir, under the awarding body we have assessment body. Assessment body going ahead and taking exams, etc., their services exempted. Under them we have, sir, training body who will go ahead and give trainings, etc., their services also exempted. So remember, NCVT ka service exempt, awarding body under them, their services exempt. Assessments agencies who go ahead and take exams. So if you have gone ahead and learned one skill, plumbing ka skill, assessment agencies will go ahead and take your exam. So their services exempted. Training bodies go ahead and give training for various courses. If I am a body under the NCVT and I am giving training, then my services are also exempted. I hope this point you will remember. The NSDC ka service exempted, this 4 also exempted. Wherever you see NCVT, awarding body under NCVT, training body under NCVT, then or assessment body under NCVT, remember the GST is being exempted. Done, sir. This point is clear. I've written the crux over here. If you want, you can write in your chart book and keep. Now, nothing, Baba. Deen Dayal Upadhyay, this we already knew. The services by training provider under Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gramin Kaushal Yojana offering vocational training was exempted. Here, Deen Dayal Upadhyay, basically all these were certified. Deen Dayal Upadhyay ka training courses were certified by NCVT. Now the name has been NCVET. So sir, what changes we should do? Nothing, Baba. Whenever they are providing skill or vocational training courses which are certified by. So sir, they are telling, if I am a training provider, and I am under, so I am providing GST training and I am under Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gramin Kaushal Yojana. If I am providing my services, then my services are exempted. Provided, they are telling over here, skill or vocational training courses are certified. The course which I am providing is certified by the National Council for Vocational Education and Training. Earlier it used to be National Council for Vocational Training. Now education word has been added. So you can use the word over here that, sir, any training provider under Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gramin Kaushal Yojana is offering skill or vocational training courses and it is certified by NCVT. So if I am going ahead, I am a training provider under Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gramin Kaushal Yojana and I am going ahead and giving courses. My courses which I am going ahead and giving training for are certified by NCVT, then my courses are exempted. That's all has been told over here. Done, sir. We will remember this point. So Baba, in your education, the first point you should remember regarding the affiliation services. Second, this whole entry number 69 has been changed. Third, Deen Dayal Upadhyay, Baba, nothing. Same thing only. It is telling the course should be certified by whom? NCVT. Done, sir. This point is clear. Please come to your amendments. Again, one small point is there. I'll go ahead and talk about it. But first, you have to tell me, everyone, are you all 100% clear till here, everyone? Is everyone 100% clear? Quickly give me a heads up. Are we clear? You have to tell me clear. Can we go ahead? Chalo. Now we'll go ahead and move to the next one. Here. Exemptions may, the amendment is already written over here. This entry number 12 and 12A is already written over here. 12 and 12A is already written over here. Sir, what is it telling? Listen. If I am going ahead and giving residential property, any person giving residential property to a unregistered person, then Baba, yes sir, the GST was exempted because residential, if it is given to registered person pays GST under RCM. But if I am going ahead and giving residential property to an unregistered person, sir, the GST was exempted. Or if I am going ahead, any person giving residential property also to a registered person also, but registered person has taken it for his personal purpose, it is not for his business, then also it was exempted. He never has to pay GST under RCM. Do you guys remember this? Yes sir, we remember. Now here they have gone ahead and added one point. So sir, if I am going ahead and giving my residential property to an unregistered person, I have a residential property, I go ahead and give the residential property to a registered, unregistered person, then what will happen, sir? Unregistered person ka case mein it is exempted. So sir, what used to happen? No, the hostels etc. used to go ahead and say PGs. Sir, we are giving home away from home to all these people. They are staying in our place. It's like a residence for them. PGs are telling, sir, they are staying in our property. Students are staying. It's a residence for them. It's like a home where they are staying. So when we are renting a residential property to all the students who are unregistered, PG's hostel used to say it is exempted. Government went ahead and gave one clarification over here that sir, nothing in this country, nothing in this entry, not country, shall apply to accommodation service for students in student residence or accommodation service provided by hostel, camp, PGs and like. तो बाबा PGs etc. का services are not residential property का service and government told it is not applicable. So if I am a PG, I am going ahead and renting the place to a student. So when we allow students to stay, we are not giving residential property on rent. The government told the exemption will not apply. But then they went ahead and inserted one more entry and told renting, not renting of residential out. Baba, PGs etc. ka case. Not. Cut the heading. Remember entry number 12A. What is entry number 12A? Supply of accommodation service having value of supply less than or equal to 20,000 rupees per month per person provided the accommodation service is provided for a minimum continuous period of 90 days. So sir, if I am a PG, Baba, important from exam point of view, PGs etc. Now whenever they are going ahead, hostel, PGs, all this, whenever they are renting the place to student, so PG is telling student come and stay. If they are going ahead and giving the service for minimum continuous period of 90 days, minimum 90 days they have to give the service, means you should have come to my hostel or you should have come to my PG and stayed for minimum 90 days. Baba, criteria is minimum 90 days plus I should be charging less than or equal to 20,000 rupees, means value of my supply should be less than equal to 20,000. Then my service will be exempted. So I am a PG. They will give you this question in the exam. Remember, I am a PG. I am going ahead and renting the PG to student. If I am charging per student per month less than 20,000 or up to 20,000 rupees, I will not charge GST. But I should have given minimum rent. Minimum I should have given it on rent to you for minimum 3 months, 90 days. And per month should be how much? Per month should be how much? Up to 20,000. 20,000 and minimum I should have given to you for 90 days. Chalo, I'll ask you one question. Ram PG Accommodations goes ahead and gives accommodation services to student. Ram PG Accommodation gives PG accommodation to student. Sham, one student came to his PG. Sham is going to stay for 6 months. But the PG charges are 25,000 rupees per month. Taxable or exempt? Taxable or exempt? Remember, more than 20,000 rupees means taxable, 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 because the amount is more than 20,000 rupees. I hope this point is clear. There are 2 points where they will get you stuck. One is this 20,000 and one is 90 days. Chalo, I'll give you one more question. Likhita has come to stay in a PG. Ram PG. Likhita Ram PG is charging per month 20,000 rupees. Likhita has come to stay only for 1 month. My question to you, taxable or exempt? Taxable or exempt? You have to tell me, everyone. Likhita has come to stay only for 1 month. Taxable or exempt? Taxable or exempt? Sir, this is also taxable, because if the PG has been given, it should be given at least for 90 days, only then it is exempt. Short-term accommodation is not exempted. Minimum 90 days, 20,000, both criteria should be fulfilled. Remember, they will ask you in the exam. Done, sir. Next. 1 month is not exempt. 1 month is not exempt. It is taxable. Okay, sir? Yes, sir. Got it. Chalo. Now listen. Here, one point used to be there. Listen. Bescom, for example. What is Bescom, sir? Baba, our electricity distribution utility. Bangalore electricity distribution utility, which is there, is Bescom. Like that, every state mein one electricity distribution utility is there. Whenever electricity is being supplied, transmission and distribution of electricity, there is no GST. Whenever, so for example, Bescom. In Karnataka, we have Bescom. Bescom supplies electricity. Electricity pe there is no GST. But one clarification had come earlier. saying whenever they go ahead and give electricity, there is no GST. But supposingly you want meter shifting, you have taken one meter on rent, or you want your meter to be shifted, or you want a duplicate bill, any other service was always taxable. That was told by a circular. Now here, this circular thrown, one entry has been inserted, entry number 25A, if I am not wrong, entry number 25A, yes, which says that supplying of services by way of providing meter equipments on rent, that meter, electric meters which are there, or testing for meter, transformer, capacitor, if you have called them to do the testing, whether sir my meter is working fine or not, or releasing electricity connection, shifting of meter, service line, issuing duplicate bill, all these other services which are provided by electricity distribution utility, along with supplying of electricity, they are giving you, they gave you electricity, along with electricity give you meter on rent. You want duplicate bill, they are giving you duplicate bill. Shifting, you are telling they are shifting the meter also for you. Now government have gone in and clarified all these are ancillary services to electricity distribution, and all these ancillary services are also exempted, has been clarified. See, which are incidental to supplying of transmission and distribution of electricity provided by electricity transmission and distribution utilities to consumer, and hence one new entry has been inserted. And you know what happened now? Meter rental charges, shifting charges, application and testing fees, these are also been exempted because these are ancillary service. Baba, you have to cut and write one new entry inserted, entry number 25A. This circular is waste now. Now all these meter rental, shifting charges of meter shifting charges, application for applying for electricity, testing fees charged by electricity distribution utility, all these are ancillary services in, because electricity is given, all these are ancillary supply with respect to electricity, and hence this will also be exempted. This is one new point. Here I written amendment in 12 and is not applicable for January, but Baba, you are now writing in May onwards it is applicable. This point is clear, this point is clear. Here you have to make this change. I hope everyone is clear. Yes sir, this point is clear. Now listen. One more entry over here. Sir, what is this one more entry? Research and development services against grants. Sir, what is this research and development services? See, R&D, nothing, research, R&D, research and development services against consideration in the form of grant supplied by governmental entity to Baba, supposingly. We do R&D services, We are into research and development service. You want medicine related R&D we do. We do this R&D, we do that R&D. We are into R&D. Supposingly, I have become R&D expert. I do research and development. Now, if I am giving services for which to a governmental authority, and governmental authority, so they are going in and telling R&D services against consideration received in the form of grant supplied by whom? Supplied by a governmental authority. So for an example, I am not giving to governmental authority, I am a governmental authority, governmental entity, or I am a research association. I am a research association, university, college, or any other institution, and I am registered under section number 35 of the Income Tax Act. Remember one thing, I should be under section number 35 of Income Tax Act. If I am going ahead and giving who? Governmental authority or a research association, university, college, etc. is giving R&D services and receiving grants, then remember one thing, our services are exempt. So I am a governmental entity, I am giving R&D services, receiving grant, no GST. I will not charge any GST. I am a college, I am a university, or I am an association which is under section number 35 of the Income Tax Act, and we do R&D services and take grants from people, then Baba, our services are also exempted. That's what they have gone in and told over here. Governmental entity or a research association, university, college, and they are going in and giving what everyone? They are giving R&D services and receiving what everyone? Consideration in the form of grants. In return, they are receiving grants like 1 crore, 2 crore rupees. Grants are huge. Consideration, Baba, you call it grant, it is consideration. Then remember, This R&D services are exempt. Is my point clear to all? Yes, sir, clear. So remember, governmental authority, a governmental entity or a R&D association giving R&D services, receiving grant, exempt. Answer. Next. One, sir, nothing is there. You know what used to happen? I used to say reinsurance of insurance schemes under 35, 36 and 40. Basically, all this insurances, people listen. If I go ahead and do the insurance, hut insurance I did. This hut insurance ka, if I go ahead and get the reinsurance done. So what is reinsurance? So if I have done the insurance of a person and I think, oh shit, what if something happens? Then I have to go ahead and pay the money. So I will go ahead and get what? Reinsurance done. I'll tell another person, sir, can you please go ahead and do the insurance of my insurance? Now here in insurance, one term is there which is called retrocession. Retrocession, which is again nothing other than reinsurance ka insurance. So what is reinsurance? I have done the insurance of an Audi car. I'll tell you insurance ka meaning. I've done the insurance of an Audi car. If anything happens to the Audi car, I have to pay. So what I did, I go ahead and get it reinsured with one person. I tell, sir, please do the reinsurance. If anything happens to the Audi car, no, I have to pay. No, I will take it from him and I'll give it to him. In this reinsurance also, one retrocession is there. So basically, one person who has done the reinsurance of the Audi car, he can go ahead and get the retrocession done. Basically, he can again get it reinsured. Saying anything happens to the Audi car, he will take the money from that guy, he will give it to me, I will give it to that guy. So, Baba, retrocession is nothing other than reinsurance of reinsurance. Something similar to that. So, they are going in and telling that is also exempted. Total bakwas it is, nothing very important from exam point of view. But you can remember all these services when they are given, insurance is exempted and all these services ka reinsurance is also exempted. This was already told over here. Here, by chance, if you see the word retrocession being used, retrocession means reinsurance only. It's a reinsurance transaction only. So, you can remember if they say retrocession or they say reinsurance of all these insurances which I have taught you under 35, I have taught you under 36 and I have told you under 40, all these reinsurances were exempted. Reinsurance. Retrocession includes reinsurance. Retrocession is nothing other than reinsurance only, you can think. Done, sir. Nothing very important from exam point of view. Chalo. Everyone over here now. People, we are done with our exemptions ka entry. In exemption, the most important exemptions being from your education wala. Sir, one amendment, one exemption which you will see in your exam is relating to this Ministry of Railway, which I believe they will go ahead and ask you. GTA service, by chance you can go ahead and see. Remember, if GTA transportation plus they have provided ancillary composite supply taxable at the rate of GTA service. But if they are not provided transportation but only ancillary service, taxable at their respective rate. Okay, sir. Remember this point. Done. Education related, all the services which I have told you are very, very important. Please remember all of them. This crux is very important. Affiliation wala. This accommodation service, I am getting a very good feeling they will give you 1 point in the exam. PG's wala point. Remember, minimum should be 90 days and up to 20,000 only is exam. Okay, sir. This point you will remember. All others are okay. Okay. Chalo. Now, come to the next chapter, input tax credit amendment. But people have to tell me, are we all 100% clear till here? Can we go ahead, everyone? Are we all 100% clear till here, everyone? Just give me a second. Now, input tax rate chapter, we had already learned Baba value of supply, no amendment, tax invoice, nothing to be done, accounts, nothing, no amendment, e-way bill, nothing. E-way bill may, this amendment which I told you in entry number, page number 27, you don't have to study for a May exam. This is nothing, not applicable for a May exam. You don't have to study. This for September and onwards attempt it is applicable. Sir, even if you have studied, there is nothing in this. Okay? Done. This anyways was applicable for January exam only. This was an amendment for January 25. January 25, May 25, it is already there. There is not a new amendment. In ITC chapter, one point has been added. Section number 16.2 used to go ahead and talk about the condition. After this, section number 16.4 was there. After section number 16.4, they have gone and added one point over here, which I want to go ahead and talk about it. 1 minute. ठीक है. Listen, sir, what about this? Baba, this amendment which was there, I had already gone ahead and told you for your January 25 exam. This was applicable for January 25 and we had already gone ahead and learned. Sir, I don't remember. Baba, no problem. Do one thing. Go to my YouTube channel only. January 25 ka amendments also, if you want, you can see them. January 25 ka amendments are also available on my YouTube channel only. I'll recommend that students writing their exam in May 25 must see the January 25 ka amendments also. It is already available in our YouTube channel. Done, sir. This point is clear. This amendment was applicable for January. So, in the January 25 wala amendment, I've told you. Now, after section number 16.4, one section number 16.6 has been inserted. Sir, can you tell what was section number 16.4 telling so that I can remember what is section number 16.6? Yes. Now, to understand section number 16.6, which is the amendment ka point, first you have to understand what was section number 16.4 telling. Listen. Section number 16.4 used to go ahead and say that, sir, if you have received, everyone listen carefully. If you have received an invoice, for an example, I have received one invoice in the year 2024-25. Here I have received one invoice. Sir, you know what happened? I forgot to take the credit. I kept the invoice, sat on the invoice, and I forgot to take the credit. Now, this invoice which I had received, I did not take the credit. Sir, what is the maximum time limit to go ahead and take the credit? Can students comment and tell me what is the maximum time limit to take the credit with respect to an invoice? Can students comment and tell me what is the maximum time limit to go ahead and take the credit? Can you guys tell me what is the maximum time limit I can go ahead and take the credit? Sir, the maximum time limit is 30th November of the next year, which is 2025. Or annual return ka actual date of filing, whatever is the, whichever is earlier. Sir, you are told 30th day of November or actual date of furnishing annual return, whichever is earlier. Yes, sir, you had gone ahead and told this. Now, so for example, 30th November or annual return, we will think that 31st December actual date of filing the annual return. We have filed actually on 31st December. Can you tell me in this example, what is the last date I should go ahead and take the credit, everyone? With respect to this invoice, what is the last date I should go ahead and take the credit? Can you guys tell me? So, the last date to take the credit is 30th of November. Because invoice is over here, 30th November over here, you should go ahead and take the credit. You know what happened now? Before 30th November, for an example, on 20th October, registration cancelled. They cancelled my registration. If they go ahead and cancel your registration, sir, they cancel my registration. How do I take the invoice ka credit? Baba, if invoice is there, you should take the credit in the same month. If you do not take in the same month, take in the next month. If you do not take in the next month, take in the next to next month. But the maximum time limit is 30th November of annual return ka actual date, whichever is earlier. So here in our example, 30th November. But you know what happened? On 20th October, they went ahead and cancelled your registration. Sir, I could not take my credit because they cancelled my registration. Okay. Now what happened? From here, you go ahead and take 90 days. You have to apply for revocation. For an example, sir, 90 days will get over when? October, how many days? 31 days, 20 days gone, 11 days in October, November, 30 days, December, 31 days, 30, 60, 72 days gone, plus 18. By 18 January, 90 days will get over. So, I have to apply on or before 18 January. For an example, I applied on New Year came 1st January. Application for revocation I gave. Sir, please don't cancel my registration. You have already cancelled my registration. I applied for revocation. Within 90 days, I applied. 1st January, I applied. 10 January, they gave me a revocation order saying, okay, your registration we are reviving. We are keeping you as a registered person. I will tell, sir, but you know what happened? Because you went ahead and cancelled my registration here, these many days, I was not registered. The last date to take the credit was what? The last date to take the credit was 30th November. That last date is gone, sir. Now what to do? So they are going ahead and telling over here, no problem. You applied for revocation and here revocation order came. No. So once the revocation order comes, within the next 30 days, even though the time limit 30th November is gone, but still whatever invoices you could have taken the input tax credit, you are eligible, but you could not take it because your registration was cancelled over here. You could not take the credit. No problem. Within the next 30 days, file the returns, whichever pending returns you are going to file, you can go ahead and take the credit. That's all they have told. See, when registration of a registered person is cancelled, just give me a second. Just give me a second, everyone. Well, just give me a second, everyone. Okay, everyone over here now. When registration of a registered person is cancelled under section number 29, what is it telling? See, just a second, everyone. Okay. Now, when a registration of a registered person is cancelled under section number 29 and subsequent to the cancellation is revoked by revocation order under section number 30 or pursuant to any order made by the appellate authority, appellate tribunal or the court, and where ITC availment in respect of invoice or debit note, okay, was not restricted under section number 16(4) on the date of cancellation. So what they are telling, invoice ka credit was not restricted on the date of registration cancellation. Sir, I could have taken the credit on or before 30th November, but sir, my registration got cancelled. Now what to do? So they are going ahead and telling, if your registration was cancelled, then the said person shall be entitled to take the credit in a return under section number 39 filed up to 30th November or annual return ka actual date which was earlier. Baba, up to this date you could have taken the credit, but sir, now I did not take. Now what to do? So they are telling, or for the period from the date of cancellation, whenever you are filing a return under section number 39, for the period from the date of cancellation or the effective date of cancellation, as the case may be, till the date of order of revocation, where such return is filed within 30 days from the date of order of revocation, whichever is later. What they are telling? So sir, you tell me one thing, from here till here, whatever the returns are pending, you will file it once the revocation order comes within the next 30 days. When you are filing your return, please go ahead and take the input tax credit with respect to this invoice. I hope this point is clear. I will tell you once again, listen carefully. For example, I will tell you here only, sir, this is the year for which I received the invoice. I did not take the credit. Can I go ahead and take the credit? Yes, the last date to take the credit is November or annual return ka actual date, whichever is earlier. But you know what happened? Before 30th November only, your registration got cancelled. If your registration got cancelled, you could not take the credit. So what to do now? No problem. Government is telling, apply for revocation. Once the revocation order comes, all your pending returns, apply for revocation, revocation order will come. Whatever is the return pending during this period, you will file within the next 30 days. In that return, you can go ahead and take the input tax credit, which you could have taken, but you could not take because your registration was cancelled here. So whichever invoices ka credit you could not take because your registration was cancelled, 30th November is also gone, doesn't matter. Once your revocation order comes, within the next 30 days, whatever returns you are going to file, in that you can take all the input tax credit which was pending. Is this point clear to all? You have to tell me, are we all clear? Only then we go ahead, everyone. Quickly tell me, everyone, are we all clear till here? Chalo. Next. The next one over here is relating to your demo vehicles. The clarification which is there is, sir, I am an authorized dealer. We buy demo car. For an example, where is the demo car? We'll take one demo car. This is a demo car. We bought a demo car. So now this similar kind of demo cars we are going ahead and selling. So for an example, this i10 car and we sell i10 cars only. So sir, we are an authorized dealer. We have bought a demo car to show it to customer so that same kind of car can be sold. Now sir, the question which came was demo car ka is the crate available? So government told if you are engaged in supplying of such vehicle, then motor vehicle ka crate is allowed. Demo car, same kind of cars you are selling. So when you are selling same kind of car, not the exactly the demo car you are not selling, but you are selling same kind of car, right? You are in the business of selling such motor vehicle. Then you will get the crate. So the clarification which came was demo cars, you are engaged in the business of selling such kind of motor vehicle only, and hence demo car ka crate will be allowed. This was one point which was told that sir, generally motor vehicle ka crate is blocked, but for the supply of such motor vehicle means such kind of motor vehicles when you are selling further, you are getting the crate. So if I am an authorized dealer, I am selling motor vehicles which are i10 cars, and i10 car I have got one demo car from the company. Can I take the crate? Yes, you can take the crate because you are engaged in supplying of such car. I am selling such kind of car, so I will get the crate. That's all they've got it told. ITC in respect of demo vehicle is not blocked. It means demo vehicle ka crate is allowed. Remember this for your exam. Done, sir. This point is clear. The next is payment of taxes. So people, 1 minute. Here in your ITC chapter, what happened? Section number 16.6 inserted, which I have gone and explained you already. Yes, sir. This point is clear. Other than that, Baba, this was an amendment which was applicable for January 25 onwards. So this is already, this was optical fiber cable ka duct and manholes which are there. Duct manholes, we had already discussed in the January 25 amendment that this optical fiber cable mein duct and manholes ka crate is allowed. That was for January. Now here, you can write and keep for this A point. Demo vehicles. Credit is allowed. I believe this is an important point from exam point of view. Demo vehicles, the credit is allowed. Done, sir. This point is clear. Section number 18. Baba, nothing. Not required. Okay. Next. Sir, do we have, Baba, this page number 32 mein, this warranty replacement wala one circular is there. ICI has gone ahead and removed it from your exam point of view. Not required. This was applicable for January 25 onwards, January 25 onwards actually. But this circular has been removed by your ICI. So page number 32 mein this warranty replacement wala circular which is there, you can remove it. It's not there in your ICI material. Similar circular was also there in your supply ka chapter here. Here. Warranty replacement. This one. In your supply chapter, chart number 4 mein, warranty replacement. ICI has removed it saying it's little complex for the students at intermediate level. So you can remove it. CA intermediate students can remove it. Done, sir. This point is clear. Chalo. Page number 4 mein warranty replacement wala circular, please remove. And ITC chapter mein the warranty replacement wala circular, please remove it. This one. Done, sir. Now please come to payment of taxes. Payment of taxes mein one small point has come which I want to go ahead and quickly talk about. Everyone over here, I hope you guys remember interest wala point mein. Yes, sir. The interest wala point mein one small point they have gone ahead and told over here. Interest on delayed payment of tax, section number 50, read with rule number 88B. Here they have gone ahead and told one point saying, sir, one proviso has been inserted. Sir, what does this proviso says? Where any amount has been created in the e-cash ledger on or before the due date of filing the return but is debited from the e-cash ledger for payment while filing the return after the due date, the said amount shall not be taken into consideration if the said amount is lying in the e-cash ledger from the due date till the date of debit. Sir, what do you mean by this? I want to ask you one question. You have to tell me the answer first. Okay, everyone ready? ठीक है. For an example over here, this is the month of April. I am filing GSTR 3B 20th May. I should go ahead and file the GSTR 3B. ठीक है. Output tax liability for an example is 10 lakh. Input tax credit is 5 lakh rupees, and I have to pay through my e-cash ledger 5 lakh. But I did not have cash, so I did not go ahead and file my GSTR 3B over here. Instead, I filed my GSTR 3B for the month of April only. I did not file the GSTR 3B only. I filed the GSTR 3B for the month of April over here on supposingly 30th May. So, sir, what happened if you filed your GSTR 3B on 30th May? Can you tell me, everyone, on what amount should I go ahead and pay the interest? Because I did not file my 3B over here and I delayed the 3B, can you tell me on what amount interest will come? On the gross tax liability, or interest will come on the net tax liability? Can everyone tell me? Gross tax liability or net tax liability? Can you tell me gross tax liability, net tax liability? Sir, interest is always payable on net tax liability. If return was not filed and you have delayed the return, Baba, then interest will be payable on 5 lakh rupees. Yes, sir, this point is clear. Net tax liability pay 5 lakh pay, you have to pay interest at the rate of 18%, 10 days of delay, 10 divided by 365. Yes, sir, we remember this. Done? Chalo, now listen to me very carefully. Now, I'll take the same example. April, my 20th May, I had to file my GSTR 3B. I told my output tax liability is 10 lakh. Input tax rate is 5 lakh. I have to go ahead and pay by using my e-cash ledger remaining 5 lakh rupees. Yes, sir. Now, you know what happened? I did not have 5 lakh rupees, but what I did, I had 2 lakh rupees with me. I did not have 5 lakh, but I had 2 lakh. So, I went online and deposited in my e-cash ledger. I deposited 2 lakh. 2 lakh deposited. On 20th May, I deposited. But I did not deposit the remaining 3 lakh and I could not go ahead and file my 3B. Why, sir? Because unless you pay the complete amount of tax, you can't file your GSTR 3B. So, you could not file your GSTR 3B because you did not deposit the complete amount. But, sir, out of this 5 lakh, I deposited 2 lakh rupees on the due date. Now, I am going ahead and filing my GSTR 3B. 30th May ko, I got remaining 3 lakh rupees. So, GSTR 3B I am filing where output tax liability is 10 lakh. Input tax rate I already have 5 lakh rupees. E-cash say, okay, how much is the net amount I have to pay? Net I had to pay was 5 lakh. But I had already deposited in my e-cash ledger 2 lakh rupees and hence remaining amount which I am going to deposit through my e-cash now in my e-cash is 3 lakh rupees which I have to deposit now. 2 lakh I had already deposited over here. So now I am going to deposit 3 lakh. Can you tell me, everyone, interest will be payable on this 5 lakh rupees or on 3 lakh rupees is my question. Tell me. Interest will be payable for this 10 days on this 5 lakh which I am paying through my e-cash ledger, or actually which I had already deposited will be reduced and only on the net amount which I am depositing through my e-cash ledger interest will come. My question, interest will come on 5 or 3? Tell me. Interest will come on 5 or interest will come on 3? Here they went ahead and told because, yes, very good Ghanshyam, because you had already deposited 2 lakh, on this interest will not come. Interest will come only on the remaining 3 lakh which you are depositing it later. Very good, very good. Interest will not come. So here 10 lakh say 5 lakh was through credit, 5 you are paying through cash. But sir, 2 to I had already deposited here. So you tell me one thing, how much amount was pending for this many days? Sir, 3 lakh rupees was pending and hence interest will come only on 3 lakh rupees. Please mind it, Baba, interest will come only on the net amount which you are paying through your e-cash ledger, which you are not deposited on the due date. That's all they have gone ahead and told. I hope this point is clear. So interest will come on 3 lakh rupees, 18% into 10 days divided by 365. Done, sir. Earlier we were paying interest on 5 lakh, but now the relief has been given. Government told if you deposited 2 lakh over here, the pending amount was 3 lakh only. So pay interest only on 3 lakh rupees. I hope this point is clear. Quickly give me a heads up. Are we all clear till here? Yes, sir. So remember, your liability minus your credit, the amount which you have to pay through your cash. If you had already deposited some amount, reduce that also because it was already lying. So how much was actually not paid? 3 lakh. So interest will be payable only on the 3 lakh rupees. Is this point clear to all? That's all, sir. Chalo, we'll go ahead and now move to TDS. Baba, listen to me very carefully. In your chapter of TDS, what they have gone ahead and told. So, sir, here, any balance already in e-cash ledger, which you are deposited on the due date, till the date of filing, shall not be taken for interest calculation. This was not applicable for January, but for May onwards, it is applicable. Done, sir. This point is clear. Chalo. Now, TDS ka chapter mein, we used to go ahead and learn who are the people who will go ahead and deduct TDS. Yes, sir, we used to go ahead and learn who are the people who have to go ahead and deduct TDS. In this place, we had always gone ahead and learned person liable to deduct TDS may. Sir, there are 4 category of people. Listen carefully, everyone. There are 4 category A, B, C, D. One was department or establishment of central government, state government. Number 2, if you are a local authority. Number 3, if you are a governmental agency. Number 4, person or category of person who are notified by government on recommendation of council had to go ahead and deduct TDS. So who are TDS deductors with me, everyone? Department of central government, state government, local authority, governmental agency or notified category. In this notified category, there was A, authority, board or any other body which is set up under an act of parliament or state legislature or which is established by the government. Any authority, any board which is established by the government. And in that, government ka control is more than 51%. So that authority board will deduct TDS. Or society, which is government ka society, they will deduct TDS. Or PSUs will deduct TDS. Now here TDS deductor ka category mein, one more D category has been inserted. What is the D category telling? See. Any registered person receiving metal scrap from unregistered person. Okay. Then you have to go ahead and deduct TDS. What they are telling over here? Any registered person receiving metal scrap from other unregistered person. So, sir, 1 minute. One unregistered person is there. He is supplying metal scrap to a registered person. So, in this scenario, they are going ahead and telling, sir, recipient. So here, when metal scrap is being supplied, just give me a minute, everyone. Metal scrap is being supplied. Here, unregistered person is there. He is supplying metal scrap to a registered person. Then, Baba, remember one thing. See here. Any registered person who is receiving metal scrap from other registered, okay, no, not registered. Baba, 1 minute. Just give me a second. Unregistered person, if he is supplying metal scrap to registered person, then to Baba, reverse charge mechanism was applicable. Okay? Secondly, if there is a registered person and if he is supplying metal scrap to another registered person, then what they are trying to tell over here? See, both are registered. One registered person, another registered person. So people, for an example, this guy ka aggregate turnover went more than registration limit. Then what will happen? This registered person will go ahead and supply metal scrap to another registered person. So people remember one thing, registered. Then what will happen? RCM will not come. Then in this scenario, FCM will come. He will go ahead and charge the GST and a forward charge. But this guy has to go ahead and deduct TDS at the rate of 2%. 1% CGST and 1% HGST. People, are we clear with this point? Tell me one thing. Will you remember this point? Yes, sir. Unregistered person, whenever is supplying metal scrap to registered person, no, RCM is there. Sir, you never taught this in RCM because this RCM entry is not applicable for CA intermediate. So, sir, what to do? Some points are made applicable, some points are not made applicable to you. But what they are trying to tell over here, whenever one registered person is there, another registered person is there. If this person is supplying metal scrap, then the other registered person, when he is making the payment, he will have to deduct TDS at the rate of 2%, 1% CGST, 1% SGST, or 2% IGST. Is this point clear to all? People, you have to tell me, are we all clear with this point? The fourth one has been one registered person supplying to another registered person. So you can write down over here and keep that C ke baad one D point has been inserted. What is the D point? If one registered person is supplying metal scrap to another registered person, then Baba TDS will come. I hope this point is clear to all of you. Yes, sir, this point is clear. Now listen to me very carefully. People, they had told one point saying no TDS in the following cases. Sir, what is no TDS in the following cases? They had gone ahead and told over here that in some scenario there will be no TDS. No TDS in the following cases. No TDS if supply of goods and service takes place between one person to another person specified in clause A, B, C, D of section number 51(1). If A, B, C, D category is supplying to each other, means government is supplying to government, local authority is supplying to governmental agency, or they are going in and supplying to each other. So, for example, governmental agency went ahead and supplied to authority board of government body. But one TDS deductor to another TDS deductor, TDS is not applicable. So, government department supplying to another government department, PSU supplying to government department, TDS is not applicable. Do you tell me one thing? I am a registered person. I am supplying metal scrap to another registered person who is also a metal scrap ka supplier. TDS, no TDS. One registered person who is supplying metal scrap to another registered person. So, sir, this guy has to do TDS at the rate of 2%. You had already told. So, here, if this guy is also a TDS deductor, if this guy is also a TDS deductor, he is also supplying metal scrap. He is also supplying metal scrap. So, TDS deductor, he is also a TDS deductor. Both are under notified category. TDS, no TDS. So, they went ahead and told everyone, listen to me very carefully. If all these people, TDS deductors, government department. So, for example, one government department supplied to another government department, no TDS. But one metal scrap wala supplied to another metal scrap wala, registered person supplying to another registered person, metal scrap, TDS is applicable. Remember this point, everyone, and hence you can write over here. No TDS if supply of goods, goods and service takes place between one person to another person specified in clause 51(1) A, B, C, D category. But this is not applicable to metal scrap. Metal scrap wala point ke liye this is not applicable. See here, it says except the person who is in clause D of notification number 50. Basically, any registered person who is receiving metal scrap from another registered person, even though both are suppliers of metal scrap, but still the recipient has to deduct TDS. I want to go ahead and ask you one question, everyone. I will tell you, everyone over here now. Listen, you have to tell me number one. I am an unregistered person. I am supplying metal scrap to another registered person. You have to say TDS, yes or no. Okay? Number two, I am an unregistered person supplying metal scrap to another unregistered person. Okay? Third, I am a registered person supplying metal scrap to another registered person. 1, 2, 3 category. 1, 2, 3, which I have told you, in which TDS will come. You have to tell me 1, 2 or 3. In which one TDS will come? In which category will TDS come? Can you please comment and tell me, everyone? Quickly tell me. In which category will TDS come? Sir, see here. First one, sir, registered to registered TDS is there. Here, TDS will not come. Second, unregistered to unregistered, sir, nothing here. Then, Registered person supplying to another registered person. Supplier, registered person supplying to another registered person. Metal scrap. Oh, both are suppliers of metal scrap, but still TDS will come over here. Third category. Very good, everyone. Very good, very good, very good. Third category mein TDS will come. Done, sir. This point is clear. Chalo. Let's go ahead and move to the next one. I hope this point which is there relating to the metal scrap wala. Yes, sir. Very good, very good, very good, people. Very good. Remember this point from exam point of view. I like TDS ka chapter. It is very important from exam point of view. I hope you guys have done some questions. Very good, everyone. Chalo. So remember, registered person supplying metal scrap to another registered person, TDS will come. And this, when there is no TDS, whenever A, B, C, D category is supplying to each other, there is no TDS, but this is not applicable for suppliers of metal scrap. Not applicable to metal scrap. In case of metal scrap, even though both are registered person, but still recipient has to deduct TDS at the rate of 1% CGST, 1% SGST or 2% IGST. Done, sir. Please come to TCS now. Please come to TCS. In TCS, earlier the rate of TCS which the e-commerce operator had to deduct, for Jan it was 0.5%, 0.5%, but now from May onwards anyways it is 0.25 and 0.25% or IGST is 0.5%. I hope you guys remember. I had already told you this in the class only that, sir, what is the rate of TCS now? TCS ka rate, the amendment, only amendment in your TCS ka chapter is TCS ka rate. The rate of TCS is nothing, Baba. It is 0.25% CGST and 0.25% SGST. The only amendment in your chapter of TCS. Nothing. The rates, which is already there in your chart. Done, sir. Please come to the last chapter. The last chapter where we have the amendment is the chapter of returns. Everyone listen to me very carefully. I'll go ahead and explain you this quickly because I believe they will go ahead and ask one question. Is everyone ready? You have to give me a heads up, everyone. Are we all ready? People, for the last chapter amendment, which is chapter of returns, everyone. Is everyone ready for the chapter of returns ka amendment? Quickly tell me. Ready? Now listen. Form and manner of furnishing outward supply. Nothing. Leave this. Listen. You know what happened? I filed my GSTR1. It will go to the front person in his GSTR2B. So I am the supplier. I have a recipient, buyer who is there. GSTR2B. Whatever I show in my GSTR1, for an example, I showed a sale of 1 crore, 18 lakh rupees tax. It went to the front person in GSTR2B. He got input tax credit. So if I file April month ka return in May, same. If I am filing in the month of April month ka return I am filing in the month of May, April ka return which I am filing, then he will get the credit in his GSTR2B of the same month. If I am showing April month ka GSTR1, when will I file? I will file next month, 11th. I will file GSTR1. Correct? 11th, I filed my GSTR1. 11th of May. It will go to the front person in his GSTR2B and he can go ahead and take the credit in his GSTR3B of the month of April only. So when he is going ahead and recipient is filing his GSTR3B, he can go ahead and take the input tax credit, 18 lakh rupees. He can go ahead and take it. He can use it. Maja. No problem. 11th, I filed my GSTR1 and then I saw, oh no, one invoice, I had sat on it and I forgot. Oh, what to do now? I missed reporting one invoice in my GSTR1. So government told Ramesh, before you go ahead and file your GSTR3B for the month of April, I will file GSTR3B on 20th May. Before you go ahead and file your GSTR3B, on or before GSTR3B, in between this time, government is telling we are giving you an option. You can file GSTR1A. Which invoice you did not report? 10 lakh rupees ka invoice. Show that invoice. 1.8 lakh GST, no, show it. And it will go to the front person. So, sir, if I miss showing anything in my GSTR1, I can show that amount in my GSTR 1A so that the front person can take the credit. And that is what is GSTR 1A. That, sir, if you have already filed your GSTR 1, but you missed showing some invoices, or you want to make some amendment or changes in the invoices which you have shown, then on or before filing your GSTR 3B, you can show the amount in GSTR 1A. You can file GSTR 1A. It's an optional facility and the front person will be able to take the credit. But because you had filed your GSTR 1A after 11th, the credit will go to the front person. GSTR 1 ka credit will go in the same month. If I am filing in GSTR 1 for the month of April, it will go in the front person April month only. When he is filing in GSTR 3B for the month of April only, he can go ahead and take the credit. But GSTR 1A may whatever I show, he can't take in the same month because it is filed after the due date. It will go in the next month. It will not go in the same month. It will go in the next month. They will be able to take the credit in the next month. So, sir, can I ask you everyone, can you tell me if this is GSTR 1 for the month of April, I showed 18 lakh rupees. My recipient will get 18 lakh rupees ka credit over here. GSTR 1A, which I filed and I showed 1.8 lakh, will my recipient get the credit in the same month or next month? Next month. Please remember this point, very, very important. That's all they have wanted and told over here. The person may, after furnishing the details of outward supply of goods and service, or both in GSTR 1, once you have filed your GSTR 1, after that, but before filing your GSTR 3B for the said period, at his own option, amend or furnish additional details of outward supply. You can put additional details in GSTR 1A for the tax period electronically through the common portal directly or through the facilitation center as may be notified. So you can go ahead and online file GSTR 1A and amend the detail. But remember one thing. Now you know what will happen in this example. Can you tell me everyone what will be my output tax liability? First of all, 18 lakh will be my output tax liability plus this 1.8 lakh output tax liability also will come in my same GSTR 3B of the same month. So my total liability will be 19.8 lakh. But my buyer, he can take credit of 18 lakh only in the month of April. Remaining 1.8 lakh credit he will get in the next month. Did you guys understand my point? You have to tell me, are we all clear with this point? Can we go ahead everyone? I'll ask you a question. If you guys are ready, you have to tell me. If you guys understood, then I will go ahead and ask you a question. So for an example, we'll go ahead and talk about the month of April. Okay? I am the supplier. This is my buyer who is there. I will file my 11th. I filed my GSTR 1, 11th of May. For the month of April, I am filing all the returns. Okay, everyone? GSTR 1. I went ahead and showed my sale is 20 lakh rupees and 3.6 lakh rupees ka credit. And 20th May, I had to file my GSTR 3B. When I filed my GSTR 3B, before filing GSTR 3B, in between, I realized that there was an omission and GSTR 1A May, I went ahead and showed 2 lakh rupees ka sale. 2 lakh pe 36,000 rupees I showed. Can you tell me what will be my total liability in the month of April? And can you tell me my recipient in the month of April, GSTR 2B, how much credit he will get? And in the month of May, how much credit he will get? So, sir, this 3.6 lakh will go in the April month ka GSTR 3B of your recipient. He will get 3.6 lakh ka credit in April only. This credit will go to your recipient in the next month. So, 36,000 he will get in the next month credit. My recipient, because I did not file GSTR 1 May, I did not show, I showed in GSTR 1A, it will go in the next month of my recipient. Done, sir, this point is clear. What will be my liability? Can you guys tell me in the month of April only? Gone, Baba, gone. For you, the liability will accrue in the same month. But recipient will get the credit of the 1A wala amount in the next month. This point you have to remember. So 3.6 lakh plus 36,000. My credit will be 3,60,000 plus 36,000. Total is 3,96,000. But my recipient will get only 3.6 lakh ka credit in the first month, and next month he will get 36,000 ka credit. Is my point clear to all? People, tell me one thing, are we all 100% clear with this? Yes, sir, your credit will be, your liability will be 3.6 plus 36,000. Very good, very good, very good. GSTR 1A is available after 11th. GSTR 1A is available after 11th. Ghanshyam. See, the said person may, after filing the details of outward supply of GSTR 1 for a tax period, but before filing GSTR 3B, at his option, amend or additional detail in GSTR 1A for the said period. Okay? Now here, there are some questions which are there, which they have gone ahead and asked, and that is being told over here. Please listen, this question, these key features which I have written, they can go ahead and ask a small point. Listen carefully. Here, GSTR 1A is an optional facility. You want to file, you file. You don't want to file, don't file. It can be filed only once for a return. So you filed GSTR 1, you filed 1A. Again, can you file 1A? No, it is only once. Okay. It allows to amend the records of GSTR 1 of the current period only. Okay, sir. The corresponding effect of GSTR 1A on the liability of the taxpayer will be reflected in the same period. My liability will come in the same period. In my output tax liability, this 36,000 will come in the same month. But at the recipient end, the ITC for the supplier declared or amended by the supplier in GSTR 1A will be available in the 2B of the next month. Means he can take the credit in the next month, not the same month. It can be amended only electronically or through the facilitation center. Nothing, go online and amend it. There is no due date for GSTR 1A. For taxpayer filing monthly basis per return, GSTR 1A will be available on the portal from the due date of filing GSTR 1. Ghanshyam, see, this clarifies. It will be available only from the due date. So basically it will be available from after 11th. GSTR 1A will be available every month from the due date. From the due date means just after the due date. So due date is 11th, from 12th GSTR 1A will be available. Or the actual date of filing GSTR 1, whichever is later. And later means it will be available after 11th only. Even if you have filed GSTR 1 on 7, doesn't matter. GSTR 1A will be available from 12th only. After 11th means 12th only. And will be available till the actual date of filing GSTR 3B. So GSTR 1A is available from 12th till 3B. On or before filing your GSTR 3B, till that date it is available. From the liability perspective, the net impact declared and amended through GSTR 1A along with the particulars in GSTR 1 shall be auto-populated, means in one month liability will come for the same tax period as that of GSTR 1. It means your liability will come in the same month. This plus this will be your total liability, but the front person will get the credit of GSTR 1 in the same month, 1A in the next month. Remember this, very important from exam point of view. Sir, QRMP people, quarterly return, what will happen? Baba, quarterly return, you are not filing GSTR, you are filing invoice furnishing facility, then invoice furnishing for April, invoice furnishing, May, invoice furnishing. For the whole quarter, you file one GSTR 1. So they are going ahead and telling form GSTR 1A will be available after the due date of GSTR 1, which is quarterly, or the actual date of filing, whichever is later. So actual date of filing or the due date of filing, whichever is later, and will be available till the date of filing GSTR 3B. So I hope you guys remember, if you are a person under quarterly return, for you it was April, May and June. Sir, for the whole quarter, we file one GSTR 1, which is by 13th of July. Correct? And then we file GSTR 3B, which is by 22nd or 24th of July. Yes, sir, this is for the whole quarter. Here we file invoice furnishing facility, IFF. Yes, sir, IFF. We remember you told 13th we have to file IFF. So they are going ahead and telling over here, after GSTR 1 till GSTR 3B, GSTR 1A will be available. And in that you can amend all the details which you have provided here, here and here. You can go ahead and add it or amend. The supplies reported in GSTR 1 for the current tax period, including those reported in IFF, can be amended through the GSTR 1A. So basically IFF ka detail or GSTR 1 for the whole quarter, whatever details you have furnished in IFF or GSTR 1 or any details missed furnishing over here can be furnished in GSTR 1A. Done. That's all they have told. From liability perspective, whatever liability is there, it will come in the GSTR 3B over here. You have to go ahead and pay. The net impact of GSTR 1A along with GSTR 1 or through IFF shall be auto-populated in GSTR 3B. There is no separate amendment facility for IFF. Baba, IFF may, if you have gone ahead and missed something, there is no amendment for that. But if GSTR 1, IFF may have missed something, that can be amended by filing GSTR 1A. Sir, IFF ke liye specifically after filing IFF, there is no IFF 1A. If you have missed anything here, here or here, you can file GSTR 1A, which is after GSTR 1, but before filing your GSTR 3B. That's all they have gone ahead and told. GSTR 1A introduced. Okay, sir. Very, very important from exam point of view. In your institute ka RTP, institute ICI ka RTP for your May 25 is very, very important. They have given a lot of questions from amendment. I'll request all of you to do it. 15 marks you will see in the exam from this amendment which I am doing. We have done the amendments in detail. You must see all the RTP ka question and go. Sir, I want to do it with you. Baba, in the revision classes, I have done the RTPs ka question also. Okay? Now listen. When you file your GSTR 1, in your GSTR 1, you have to report your invoice-wise details which are there and consolidated details. In consolidated details, they had gone ahead and told if the amount is up to 2.5 lakh. Okay, I'll go ahead and draw this. See here, everyone. Here. So when you are going ahead and filing your GSTR 1 or you are filing your now GSTR 1A. Sir, in this, do we have to give all the invoices ka detail? So I had gone ahead and told over here. For all the sales you have done to registered person, or you have done to unregistered person. This is called B2B sale. This is called B2C sale. Remember, this is for GSTR 1A also and GSTR 1 also. Very, very important. They can give you a small question on this. Okay. Now listen. For registered person, whether it is intrastate or it is interstate, you have no choice of giving all invoices ka detail, consolidate and put the details in GSTR 1 or 1A. No. You have to give invoice wise details. Every invoice wise details has to be given. Okay? But sir, what about this B2C sale which is there? This, remember, see, here, if it is intrastate or it is interstate, you will have to go ahead and see. If it is intrastate, you can furnish consolidated details. Means in your GSTR 1 or GSTR 1A, you can give consolidated details. For interstate also, but it should be rate wise. Rate wise means for 5%, how much did you show? The 5%, how much was your total sale? For 12%, how much was your total sale? For 18%, how much was your total sale? Sir, for all the sales which you have done, for an example, for the month of April, to all the unregistered person within the state, 5%, how much was the sale? 12%, how much was the sale? 18%, how much was the sale? Okay. Interstate का केस में you have to give state wise, rate wise. Rate wise means for each rate of tax. So for example, Tamil Nadu, how much was the sale? For 5%, how much sales you did? And it is consolidated details. You have to consolidate and give each sale wise detail you don't need. But here you have to note, if value of your supply, if any sale ka value was more than 2.5, that consolidation was not possible. Now this 2.5 has been made 1 lakh. Is more than 1 lakh, then invoice wise details has to be given. That's all they've gone ahead and told. See, I'll show you over here. Sir, we want to copy. First, listen. See here. The details of outward supply, sales ka detail which you are showing in your GSTR1, and same thing is there now told for GSTR1A. You are showing in GSTR1 or you are showing in your GSTR1A. Invoice wise, intra-state or interstate made to registered person. Baba, registered person when you are going ahead and making, whether it is intra or inter, invoice wise detail. Done, sir. Then interstate supply with invoice value more than 1 lakh. It was earlier 2.5 lakh. Mind it, in your tax invoice chapter also 2.5 lakh is there. That is same as it is. We are not talking about tax invoice chapter. We are talking about GSTR1 returns. In return, you can show consolidated details. Okay? But if it is interstate sale and value is more than 1 lakh, made to unregistered person. So basically, in unregistered person, interstate, if value is more than 1 lakh, then you have to give invoice wise detail. Consolidated detail, intrastate supply to unregistered person for each rate of tax. If it is intrastate, you have to give for each rate of tax, rate wise, consolidated details. State wise, interstate supply with invoice value up to 1 lakh, where invoice has not crossed 1 lakh, made to unregistered person for each rate of tax. People, so state wise, rate wise, consolidated details you have to go ahead and give. That's all they have gone ahead and told over here. I hope you guys will be able to remember. Remember, if you have gone ahead and sold to registered person, intra or inter, invoice wise, every invoice ka detail has to be put in GSTR1 and 1A. But if you have sold to unregistered person, P2B sale, consolidated details you can go ahead and make, whether the amount is more than 1 lakh, doesn't matter. Consolidated details for each rate of tax, how much is the total sale, you have to put. But interstate ka case mein, if the amount is more than 1 lakh, for that you have to give invoice wise detail. For all other detail, you can go ahead and give this state, this was the total sale, this state, this was the total sale, this state, this was the total sale. In this state, this rate mein this was the sale, this rate mein this was the sale, this rate mein this was the sale. That's all. I hope this point is clear to all of you. Yes, sir, this point is clear. In the class, we had already discussed. This was 2.5. Now it is 1 lakh rupees. That's all they have gone ahead and told. For same thing they have told for GSTR1A. In the chart, where is the amendment, sir? We have already told GSTR1A wala point. This was not applicable for January, but now for May onwards, it is applicable. Here, composition dealer, the due date is 30th June. This was already done in the class only. Amendment marked in green was not applicable for January, but it was applicable for us. It is 1 lakh. For Jan, it was 2.5, but now it is 1 lakh, 1 lakh. Yes, sir, we have already understood this. That's all. There is no amendment over here. One small point, annual return for the year 23-24. Annual return for 23-24. I have written by mistake 24-25, but it is 23-24. Actually, annual return and reconciliation statement mein, same, every year they go ahead and keep giving exemption for people whose aggregate turnover is up to 2 crore rupees. So here they have gone ahead and told for 23-24 also, if your aggregate turnover is up to 2 crore, then annual return is not required. Done, sir. This point is clear. Yes, sir. We will remember that annual return, if your turnover is up to 2 crore rupees, annual return is not required. You are exempted from filing annual return. That's all, everyone. We have gone ahead and covered the amendment also over here. This place of supply ka amendment which is there, we had gone ahead and covered in the Jan 25 amendment. This was relating to Jan 25. This is not relating to May. It was already done for your Jan. Now listen, all the students who are writing their exam in the May 25 attempt, listen to me very carefully. First thing first, you'll go ahead and do the RTP. RTP which is applicable for your January also, and RTP which is applicable for your May also. And you will read the amendments which are applicable for your January also, and you will read the amendments which are applicable for your May also. January and May. January and May. Amendments also and RTPs also. You must solve it and go. Done, sir. This point is clear. I hope you guys enjoyed the amendment. Very, very important are the amendments from exam point of view. We have gone ahead and covered all the amendments which are there. I wish you guys all the very best for your exam.